Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anna Manuel. A new sports era will begin in Elmira this Saturday night. Big Fox's Josh Feldberg tells us about opening night for the Elmira Renegades.
Elmira's newest sports team will play in their home opener this Saturday night at 7 p.m. in First Arena. The Elmira Renegades will take on the Syracuse Spark in the franchise's second ever game. The Renegades lost in their season opener to the Binghamton Bombers 15-14. The Renegades are a part of the inaugural season of the Professional Box Lacrosse Association. Box lacrosse was one of the most popular sports in the region not too long ago. Given Western New York's impressive lacrosse background with multiple college championships being won in the region, First Arena owner Steve Donner wanted to bring back the professional game. First Arena is offering an exclusive hat-trick ticketing deal where if you buy tickets online for the Renegades, you will also receive tickets to 2 Elmira Mammoth hockey games this weekend. Tickets are available on the First Arena website and at the First Arena box office. The game between the Renegades and the Spark will also be nationally televised. If you buy tickets to see the game, you may be able to see yourself on TV. Josh Feldberg, Big Fox News, Elmira.
The Twin Tiers will soon be able to reach New York City in just under 2 hours. Ithaca Tompkins International Airport will soon begin direct flight service to JFK Airport. The flights are being offered by Delta Airlines, and service will begin January 9th. Local officials hope the new flights will help bring new economic activity to the area. A community training event on how to treat a person experiencing an overdose will take place Thursday, January 12th. Guthrie Hospitals and Casa Trinity are partnering to teach the community how to safely administer Narcan. Narcan is a life-saving medication that, if administered in a timely manner, can reverse the effects of an overdose. The training course will be at 5:30 p.m. at the Patterson Auditorium in Sayre. Those interested can RSVP by contacting Guthrie at the number on your screen. A local bookstore brings focus to local brunch spots with their Brunch Sundays. Card-carrying books on Market Street will be bringing back Brunch Sundays. The bookstore will now open its doors on Sundays beginning this weekend. If customers bring a receipt from a local brunch spot from that day, they'll receive a free gift from the bookstore. You can visit cardcarryingshop.com for more details. More signs of recovery for Damar Hamlin. The Buffalo Bills safety's breathing tube was removed, but he still has a long way to go for a complete recovery. David Lee Miller has more from New York.
More signs of recovery for Damar Hamlin. Doctors for the Buffalo Bills safety removed his breathing tube overnight as he continues to progress in his recovery. He's now awake and alert, talking to his family and healthcare team, and he even FaceTimed into a Bills team meeting, an emotional moment for both players and coaches.
To see the players' reaction, they stood up right away and clapped for him, and yelled some things to him, and it was a pretty cool exchange.
It's remarkable progress less than a week after Hamlin collapsed on the field in Cincinnati. A hard tackle, apparently triggering a cardiac arrest. But he's not out of the woods yet. He remains in critical condition in a Cincinnati hospital, while a team of doctors works on a plan for a full recovery.
There are many steps still ahead of him. From our standpoint, we would like to see him continue to improve, then to be, ready to be discharged from the hospitals.
All 32 NFL teams will be encouraged to show support in their Week 18 games, including the option to wear shirts and patches honoring Hamlin, while his teammates remain focused on moving forward and helping his recovery any way they can.
He's here with us, and that's all that we can ask for, is that he's taking steps forward. So it's still very emotional for a lot of guys, and we're happy.
The NFL says it won't reschedule the game that was stopped after Hamlin's collapse. Next up for the Bills, a home game on Sunday against the New England Patriots. In New York, David Lee Miller, Fox News.
It's been 2 years since a mob ransacked the U.S. Capitol. President Biden is marking the anniversary by bestowing medals on some who protected the Capitol that day. Madeline Rivera has more from Washington.
A moment of silence on the steps of the Capitol to remember the officers who died or were hurt in the wake of the Capitol riot on January 6th.
We stand here today with our democracy intact because of those officers.
At the White House, President Biden awarded 14 people with a Presidential Citizens Medal, one of the country's highest civilian honors. The 14 recipients include law enforcement who defended the Capitol and state and local officials who rejected the pressure to overturn the 2020 election results.
And history will remember your names. They'll remember your courage.
And as Capitol Hill Police receive bipartisan praise,
I want to especially thank the Capitol Hill Police for what they do. We thank them not only for what they've done.
The Speaker fight on the House floor shows democracy still intact.
It can be messy and try a country's patience. But we must never forget the dark days we've been through.
Since the riot, the January 6 House Select Committee has completed its investigation into the attack. Their work culminating in criminal referrals for former President Trump and some of his allies.
If there's one place in the country that it's broken through the least, I think it's the Republicans in the House.
Republicans are planning to investigate the work of the January 6 committee, one of several probes they are looking to conduct. In Washington, Matha Rivera, Fox News.
After taking a holiday break, Big Fox is back with our Pet of the Week. And today's Pet of the Week is Skitter, a kitten looking for her forever home.
Hello, I'm Cadence from Paws and Purrs, and today with me I have Skitter. Skitter is an 8-month-old kitten who is very active and playful. Skitter is a very loving cat. She loves to play with her brothers and sisters and her humans. Along with playing with her litter mates, Skitter also loves toys. She loves her rat sticks, her feather sticks. She's very playful and very fun. Skitter is ready for immediate adoption. She is all up to date on shots and she is also fixed as well. Skitter would be a great fit to any family home. I think Skitter could really be fit in any home. She loves dogs. We have a dog that she gets along with. She plays with her litter mates, and she also loves humans. I think she would be good with younger kids as well. We've actually had her with little kids and a baby before, and she hasn't really seemed to mind. You could apply to bring Skitter into your home today. She's very lovable, and she would always love to be on your shoulder and in your arms. To adopt Skitter or to check out any of the other animals Paws and Purrs has in their care, go to pawsandpurrs.org. That's with a Z instead of an S. Maggie Hall, Big Fox News, Corning.
Still ahead, we have your weekend forecast. Plus,
thousands of new inventions now on display at this year's Consumer Electronics Show. I'm Marianne Rafferty with a special look at some unique gadgets coming up.
Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Well, the first 5 days of January gave us some active and warm conditions. Every day, temperatures were able to hit those 50s outside of Tuesday, which was still 10 degrees above average. Now, we will be talking about more of a seasonal but dry weather pattern as we did bring in some precipitation through these first few days. Nothing excessive, but did bring that total just to about a ½ inch of precipitation, as there definitely was some heavier rainfall outside of our area, but we at least brought in some precipitation as we start off this new year. But what we will be holding into place is that we did stay underneath some gloomier skies today, with even a few areas of some light showers as the system pushed on through. Now, we will be noting that we still have some influence of precipitation, and it's mainly going to be due to some lake effect snowfall across the northern portion here of New York. But we will note that that's going to keep us under some of that cloud cover through the overnight with that west northwesterly wind. Not strong, but enough to keep those temperatures at least into those 30s, but cloud cover helps to see any more dropping. Now, we'll keep the cloud cover throughout our Saturday due to that lake effect snowfall that will be in place. Could bring in some filtered sunshine from time to time, especially the farther off to the south that you are. But what we'll see is that Finger Lakes may mention a snow shower or two. Little accumulation though expected, if anything at all. But we'll note that as that stays in place, we'll watch that a cold front is going to shut off that moisture across portions of Lake Ontario as well as Lake Erie, and then we'll head into some clearing as well as some cooling. If we have those clear and calm skies from Saturday night into Sunday morning, could mean a return to some of our low temperatures into the teens. It's been a while since we've seen some cold temperatures here, and we even head into the extended forecast with really not any frigid temperatures, but we will look to hold closer to average, not expecting any more of really those 50s here in the next 7 days. But pretty quiet overall. We'll have a few disturbances to track. But when we look at the disturbance that's going to be setting up for us Saturday, it's going to keep much of the Elmira and Corning area underneath cloudy skies. With the northwesterly flow in place, there's not going to be much warming as well. We'll start the day off near freezing, but only climb to about 38 degrees, so less than a 5-degree spread there between those highs and those low temperatures. And then we'll see how much clearing we have when it comes to those low temperatures into Sunday morning. But just looking at the forecast there, you can see there's a little bit of that lake effect snowfall that is going to cause for maybe some of the snow showers in the Finger Lakes. Temperature-wise as well, that might allow for a wintry mix, but again, little to no accumulation there. There wasn't really any strong feedback from this. This is a pretty weak setup that's in place as that cold front then shuts that system off. Maybe a few lingering clouds there Sunday, which could help the temperatures out. We'll see what that clearing potential is. However, Saturday you see that we'll have those mostly cloudy skies, upper 30s due to the warmer start to the day, with clearing skies and a cooler start to Sunday. It's going to mean for some slightly cooler temperatures, but only by a degree or two with that bright sunshine in place. We'll keep that sunshine and then take in some warming as we head into the middle of the week. Another weak cold front will move in Wednesday, keep us closer to average, but we continue to stay dry until some snow showers may return Friday.
A pre-sale for tickets to a Nintendo theme park crashes the internet, Samsung's profits sink, and the end of a pasta era. Why a beloved comfort food may be leaving store shelves. CJ Papa has today's business briefs.
Universal Studios Hollywood hitting the pause button on its Super Nintendo World pre-sale. The ticketing system crashed as a flood of season ticket holders tried to snap up passes to get an early look at the new Super Mario-inspired themed world. Universal issued an apology, thanking fans for their patience. Super Nintendo World officially opens in mid-February. Samsung is expecting their profits to fall to an 8-year low as demand for their products sink. The electronics company warned they believe quarterly profits will drop 69%, which equals a loss of over $9.5 trillion. In a statement, Samsung says, quote, "The decline in fourth quarter demand was greater than expected as customers adjusted inventories in their effort to further tighten finances." And arrivederci to your favorite comfort food. Ronzoni is discontinuing Pastina, the beloved tiny star-shaped pasta. The company issuing a statement saying, quote, "We were unable to identify a viable option to make Pastina in the same beloved small shape, size, and standards you have come to expect." More than 1,000 people have signed a petition to save Pastina, and boxes of the pasta are now on sale on eBay starting at $20 a pop. That's business. I'm CJ Papa.
The 2023 Consumer Electronics Show is in full swing with thousands of unique inventions aiming to improve our lives and the world around us. Marian Rafferty takes a look.
A color-changing car, an electromagnetic massage chair, and even a device for testing the ripeness of your avocados.
We are using a non-destructive method with light that shines through the avocado and measures the ripeness state.
These are just a tiny portion of the thousands of inventions now on display at the 2023 Consumer Electronics Show in fabulous Las Vegas.
Really amazing, jaw-dropping, mind-blowing. It's really hard to put everything into words.
After last year, CES was scaled down due to the Omicron variant. Officials say this year's event will be bigger and better, with gadgets primed to enhance our lives, like this brainwave scanning helmet.
This machine could work for early detection of Alzheimer's dementia, or some Parkinson's, depression, or some mild traumatic brain injuries.
And innovations to help make the planet greener, like this foldable electric bike and these electric-powered rollerblades.
You have 20 miles per hour top speed, 20 miles autonomy. So the main goal of Atmos Gear is for people to use skates as a means for daily commutes.
Meanwhile, this robotic dog may be entertaining, but the startup behind it hopes its artificial intelligence voice-controlled technology can stem beyond toys.
The idea is you can control any machines, from robots to drones to cars to aircraft, with your voice. You don't have to be an engineer.
Besides these gadgets, tech enthusiasts can also expect to see more virtual reality devices geared for the metaverse. CES ends Sunday.
Some good news here. The job market is holding up better than expected. The unemployment rate slipped to 3.5% in December, and there were 223,000 new jobs created. However, there is a sign: wage inflation moderated. Average hourly earnings rose 0.3%, up 4.6% over the past year. Also, more people returned to work. The labor force participation rate improved to 62.3%. An HR expert is warning there's a new workplace trend that will dominate the U.S. and bosses and employees should prepare for it. It's called quiet hiring. That's when an organization acquires new skills without actually hiring new full-time employees. There's external quiet hiring, and that's when short-term contractors are brought in. Or there's internal quiet hiring that encourages employees to temporarily move into new roles within the organization. But nobody wants to work for a crumbling business either. HR experts warn there are plenty of companies that could crumble this year without quiet hiring. Still ahead for those wanting to achieve health goals in the new year, there are important health screenings you may want to schedule with your doctor. Details coming up. Take a sip of this one. Coffee Uniting People. It's a new shop in Florida that not only serves up coffee, but offers those with intellectual and developmental disabilities a place to work. Joni Lewis has more.
We're going to go serve up coffee now.
With each cup, they're brewing up so much more.
I am so proud of you. You did an excellent job.
Coffee Uniting People, or CUP, will soon open in South Tampa. It's a non-profit coffee shop with an inclusive mission.
It's my understanding that this is the first in Tampa that will employ folks with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
A community Greg Jones and his family have always worked to support.
We've been involved in the disability community for many years, starting with Challenger Baseball.
Wanting to further that mission is what gave birth to CUP. They've already hired 25 people, now training to be baristas.
Perfect. We have taught them so far the two sort of divisions of coffee making, which is drip coffee making, and then also specialty espresso coffee making.
During training, we get coffee grounds right here.
Like Cameron Shaw, the 21-year-old thought the job would be a good fit to his budding culinary skills.
My favorite hobbies were cooking and baking.
For Brian Whiteman, the job is giving him renewed purpose. He suffered a traumatic brain injury and hasn't worked in several years.
To be able to come be around people just like me would be great. I mean, that's why you basically get out of the house, give me something to do.
That's one of the reasons CUP was started.
Everybody has a purpose in life, no matter who they are or what background they come from or what challenges they face in life. And through CUP, we're going to be able to give a chance to some folks who have not had a fair shake in regards to employment opportunities.
Laying the groundwork for more than just a good cup of coffee.
Best coffee ever. There you Excellent. Go. Well done.
It means a lot to me because it means freedom. It brings freedom to me.
I think this job might be a perfect one for me.
Well, it's a new year, and doctors at the Cleveland Clinic say it could be a great time to ensure you're making your health a priority. Doctors say you can consider checking your cholesterol through blood tests to make sure you're healthy. The results will let you know if you need to make any changes to your lifestyle to avoid heart attack or stroke. Also, make sure you're staying on top of cancer screenings. Many people should start getting colonoscopies at age 45. Losing weight, eating better, and quitting smoking are also great ways people can improve their health in the new year. A new study shows the longer a mom has for her paid maternity leave, the better she will be mentally. The Swedish study highlights mothers were less likely to experience symptoms of depression, psychological distress, or burnout. Nearly all countries except the U.S. provide new mothers with at least 14 weeks of paid leave around childbirth. New mothers can take up to 9 months of paid maternity leave in the United Kingdom. The study was published in the January issue of the Lancet Public Health. Stay with us. We've got more coming up. And we want to leave you with a smile. Listen, have you seen this video yet? A Florida teacher showing off her dance moves. Video shows a student dancing, and moments later, the teacher steps in and shows off her moves as students cheer on. The dancing challenge happening last month during an exam break at Sumner High and Academy 2027. The teacher, Yolanda Turner, says that this kind of moment with her students is what being an educator is all about. I'm Harriet Wallace. Thanks so much for watching.